Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. Today's video I'm here to give you my thoughts on the Leeds versus Luton game. Am I feeling confident as a Luton fan going into this one? No, I'm not. Honestly, I don't want to imagine what the potential scoreline could be, but I don't want to be negative in this video. I'm going to try and find positives on how we can get something away to Leeds. It's already a tough ask, especially with the way we are playing. Even if we were actually playing well, it's still really tough to go to Leeds and try and get a result. But with Leeds getting that last minute winner on the weekend against Swansea, I feel like with the way they're playing, it feels like it's just going to go one way and it's going to be a Leeds win. But in today's video, I'm going to tell you how I think Luton should go about things and how we can walk away with a point at least. And honestly, a point away against Leeds would be a fantastic result. It probably would feel like 3 points, I'm not going to lie to you, because we're not playing well. And that's being honest. Despite the win against Hull, I didn't think we got out of first gear. We just grinded out a result, and that's kind of been our season so far. We've not been playing well, but we've managed to grind out results at certain points in the season. You look at Cardiff at home, Hull at home, Watford at home. We've managed to get wins that's making us a little bit, well, that's making us further away from those bottom 3 places in the Championship. But overall, we've not been playing well. Of course, question marks over Edwards' future is still about, in my opinion. I feel like if we especially walk away from these 2 away games which we've got this week against Leeds and Norwich, there will be question marks about Edwards. But what a way to kind of cement more about your future being Luton Town manager by getting a very good point away from home against Leeds. How does he do that? How does Edwards walk away with something from this game? Well, in my opinion, and with the way I watched Swansea play against Leeds, it's about having that final third delivery spot on and putting crosses into the box. Pretty much watching Swansea and Leeds was it was interesting because Swansea's goals were pretty similar. It was just putting a ball into the box, and Leeds didn't really know how to deal with that. They also conceded from a set piece, which is something which I feel like we're going to proper target in this game. So our deliveries into the box have got to be spot on. And if Walsh is playing, I'll be very excited because he put in some fantastic balls into the box against Hull. But despite that, Baptiste, who has been given the all clear to play in this game, surprisingly, actually set up our goal on the weekend against Hull from a corner. We managed to win the first flick on at the near post and McGuinness did the rest. That came from a corner. So that is something which I feel like we are going to target. I don't really see another way we're going to score. Unfortunately, with Luton's squad, we don't really have many players that can actually counter-attack Leeds. I actually think it would be a really smart idea to actually play Brown, who I think is a little bit quicker than Morris, and Elijah up top. That would be the striker partnership which I would go with, Brown and Elijah. I feel like we need to have the capabilities to be able to counter-attack Leeds and move the ball quickly, because that's what Swansea were doing. Swansea had the ability to do that, whereas I don't think we do. So I would be playing the likes of Elijah, Brown and Chong, as I feel like that's the quickest striker partnership we've kind of got. Ideally, this game is actually really perfect for Joe Taylor in the sense of getting in behind that Leeds defence with a ball and Taylor can run onto it. That would be the most ideal scenario, but because of Taylor and his attitude and the training aspect, which Edwards doesn't like about his pressing and so on, falling out behind the scenes, Taylor's probably not going to play in this game, let's be real. So in a game which I think he's suited for, he's not going to play. So we need to find a way to exploit Leeds, because we can't just have one way of playing, otherwise it's going to be a long, really long game. But the way Leeds were playing against Swansea, it was very like win the ball back in the attacking half and basically move the ball quickly. If you look at all of Leeds' goals, they put a ball in behind and their wingers absolutely exploited the space, used their pace and power and counter-attack Swansea, and they just broke. Swansea were playing such a high line. I don't think we're going to play such a high line because we've got quite slow defenders. Tedon Menji is the only one who's actually really quick. I'm expecting Amari Bell to actually come straight into the side as well, but I'm not going to lie to you, Dan James is going to beat any of our defenders in a foot race. So we can't allow Leeds to get in behind so easily. It's something that's been a problem all season. We may have to just play a really low block and just make sure that Leeds just don't get in behind. Literally just drop back as far as we can and just say, Leeds, come and try and break us down. But you can't do that for 90 minutes. We're going to have to keep possession at some point. In fact, in this game, I wouldn't even play a back five. But I know we're going to play a back five because that's what Edwards likes to do. I would actually play a back four and have an extra man in the midfield to help support us in terms of keeping possession. Because you've got to keep possession against Leeds. I felt against Middlesbrough, and I feel like this game's going to be quite similar to Middlesbrough. That first 25-30 minutes against them, we managed to keep the ball quite well, and we were causing Middlesbrough and the fans problems. We managed to keep them quiet, but we made that one mistake. We conceded from the corner, and that's when our heads dropped, attitude showed, poor body language, and Middlesbrough were able to get the second, third, fourth and fifth. That can happen again against Leeds. Leeds get that goal, there's no reason why they're not going to go for the second, third and fourth. Because I feel like they know, once they get that goal, I think that they're going to feel confident that they can defend against Luton. And with the way we've been playing, especially attacking wise, we look really predictable. I feel like we're easy can be I feel like other teams can defend against us quite well. So we're going to have to find another way. So the way I would go about it is I would have some ball playing midfielders in the side. So your likes of Walsh and Baptiste in the midfield to be able to keep the ball. I would play Nakamba as well because we're going to have to win the ball back on certain occasions. Kraus with all that running and that energy, he's been given the all clear to play as well. And yeah, making sure that when we do get into our attacking half, we put in some fantastic deliveries into the box to someone like Elijah, to someone like Brown, who can cause Leeds a little bit of problems. If Chong is going to play, what's going to be the most important thing about Chong would be his pace. We need his pace. We need someone that can pick up the ball from one defensive half to the next and be able to take the ball with them and try to attack Leeds. We're gonna need someone to do that, whether that's Victor Moses or Chong. We're gonna need someone to be able to have that capabilities of doing it. Chong's probably the more likely one because he's been playing a lot more regularly than anyone else. So we need to see more of that. But yeah, it's gonna be tough. It really is. We're gonna have to be clinical. We're gonna have to frustrate the Leeds fans. If we do that, we've got the capabilities of walking away with something. I would 100% take a point away from home and then go into that Norwich game with a little bit more. Oh well, think about it. If we get a point away from home against Leeds, the confidence going into the Norwich game which looks like a sold out away following, is going to be good for the players. And I feel like the players will have more motivation to go to Norwich and try and get the 3 points there. Because I'm not going to lie, getting 3 points at Norwich definitely at the moment is a little bit easier than getting 3 points at Leeds. But look, I'm sure the players have something up their sleeves. I'm sure there is a game plan, and we need to make sure game plan works. And if it doesn't, make sure you've got a backup plan, because Leeds will cause us problems and they will go from minute one. I watched Leeds v Sheffield United and I thought Sheffield United showed Leeds a little bit too much respect. They backed off, they allowed Leeds to attack them, and you knew the goal was coming. You really did. And we can't do that. We just can't, because they will break us down at one point. We've proven so far this season that we can't defend well for 90 minutes. We can do it in spells. Despite the clean sheet on the weekend, the amount of chances Hull got was quite a concern. And if you give those chances to Leeds players, they will take them. And that's for sure. I can be 100% certain on that. But that's how I would go about it. I don't think we will. It'd be interesting to see what the game plan is. But yeah, I'm not looking forward to this game. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section of the video. I'm going to go with a score prediction. Hopefully it's just a respectable 2-0 win to Leeds. I can't see us getting a result, if I'm being honest. But let me know what you think. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Drop a like, all that. And yeah, I'll see you guys in my match reaction after the game. And hopefully I'm in a happy mood and I'm absolutely, I don't know, positive about getting something at Leeds. But right now, I'm fearing the worst.